Hi folks, this is Vicky from Pattern Princess. Today I wanted to show you how to work this lovely stole. It's really like just this little bit smaller size shawl, and it's worked with one skein of yarn, and it starts off with a white here and it goes into a light blue and a little bit darker blue and then finally a black, and you will see that this is very squishy and there's little ridges in between each row, and there's a ridge on both sides. So every single row there's a ridge that you're going to create, and you're actually going to be doing the front post double crochet to create this. This is all made with one skein of yarn, and the yarn is from Hobby. It's Twister is the name of it, and it's number 11. And I do have the free pattern for this on the website, and there is also a link to the yarn if you wanted to get the same. This is a thread-like yarn, and the yarn is really like 4 threads together, and it starts in the middle here on the top part, and it continues to grow with each round. Every single round that you do, you're going to increase by 8 stitches. So you increase right away here, and then you can see the spots. If you take a look, here, 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 and here, and there's 8 spots around. So every 8th spot, you're going to be doing 2 front post double crochet in the same spot. On the ends, it's just 2 double crochets. So I'm going to show you in a little bit thicker yarn because I don't know how well you can see the little bit smaller yarn. I want to make sure that you can see the stitches. So I'm going to use Caron Simply Soft here today to show you these stitches. And so we're just going to get our slip knot on our hook. And the very first thing we're going to do is do 4 chains. So here we go. 1, whoopsies, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and I used a size H hook. This is my H hook. You can see I've used it a lot. It has a wear spot even already, and this is an Odyssey hook size H. I want to tell you that. So anyways, so now we're going to go back into that first chain stitch. We're going to insert our hook, yarn over, bring that yarn through, and then bring it through that loop that's on the hook. Okay, and that's going to form a circle. And then we're going to be working inside of the circle next, okay? So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That's going to count as a double crochet. So then let me make sure that I can find the spot of the circle here. Here we go. So this is the circle. I'm going to make sure I can get it. See that? That's the circle. We're going to work inside of there now, and we're going to do 7 double crochets. So that chain 3 counted as our first one, and we're going to do 7 more. So here we go. A double crochet is, here we go. Here's our second one, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7, and 8. And that's our first row. We have 8 double crochet inside of the circle. So if you started with 6 double crochets in the circle, you would increase by 6 each time you went. If you had 10, you would increase every row by 10. So we have 8 in the middle, so we're going to increase each row by 8. So let's go on to the next row. Okay, so after every row you turn it. So we're going to turn it. So in this, to remember, we're going to increase by 8 in each row that you crochet. So because we had started with 8, we're going to do 2 double crochet or 2 front post double crochet in each one. This very first one though, and the very last one, we just do 2 double crochet. Okay, so we're going to chain 3. That's going to be our first double crochet. Yarn over, and then right in that through the top 2 loops, put your hook, yarn over, bring it through 2 loops, and 2 loops, there's your 2 double crochet. Now yarn over, and then go behind this post, in front of this post, behind this post, and in front of the next post. And we're going to yarn over, and then now you just complete your double crochet like you normally would. There's 1, and we're going to do it again. That same post. It may seem a little bit bulky with this yarn, but with this thinner yarn, it works. You can't even tell the places hardly. Let me see. I'm looking here. Okay. Here's one right here where we had the two front post double crochets right there. Okay, so when you don't have the front post double crochet or the double crochet like that, you just do one in the rows. But we're going to do in each one of these now, we're going to do a front post double crochet, and we're going to do it 2 of them. So there's another one, and in this row we should have 16 when we're completed. So we're going to do 2 in each. Whoops, I missed some yarn. Hold tight. Yarn over, put my hook underneath that post, and I missed it. There we go. Ah, there's one. It's a little bit different working with the thicker yarn doing this, 2 of them on it, but that's okay. We'll get, you know what, I miss it again. Come on, stay with me. Sometimes that does happen, even when you're just working with the thinner yarn, where you're kind of lose that yarn behind that post, but it'll come. So again, we're doing 2 front post double crochet on each one. And we're almost there. And then now you're probably thinking, where is that ridge? You'll see, it's on the other side. And then in the very last stitch, which is that first chain 3, we're just going to do 2 double crochet. Here's 1, and here's 2. So that's the end of row 2, but let me turn it. You see how there's a ridge starting right here? It's kind of hard to see because it's small. But as you grow, the ridges get bigger. Or I should say, you know, wider, longer. They don't get any wider this way, any taller, they just get wider. So you see this? This is the first row that we have completed, because here we had 2 front post double crochet in each one. Okay, so now with row 3, I'm going to talk to you a little minute here while I get the rest of my yarn. With row 3, you're going to start to expand your stitches, remember, by 1 stitch in between your increase stitches. So we have our work turned. Okay, so we're on the ridge side now. We were just crocheting on this side. I've turned my work. So now we're going to add a double crochet in between each of our 2 front post double crochet. So every single row, remember, increases by 8. So we're going to do a double crochet, or I should say chain 3, and then a double crochet in the same stitch. That's our increase, our first one. Then in the next stitch, right here is our next front post, or I should say our next post. We're going to do a front post, just 1 front post double crochet, and then in the next stitch, which is right here, there's 2 of them in here, so we got to tuck in there, and we're going to do 2 front post double crochet, because that's our second increase, because we'll have 8 of them. And the next one, we're just going to do 1 double crochet behind that front post, and then 2 double crochet, another increase, our third increase. All right, hopefully this is making sense. And then 1, and then another increase, 2. And you can see once you kind of get the hang of it, it really starts to flow. 2, and then we go 1, and 2, and in this row, we had 8 the first row. The second row we should have had 16. And then in the next row you should have 24. Because you're going to increase by 8 every single time. And so if you wanted to count your rows, you can tell that you're right when you're doing that as well. 2 and 1. Now when you from after row 2, you're probably thinking you're going to have 2 double crochet in that end stitch. Only with that second row do you have that, because when you end, however many stitches are in between your increase stitches, your increase where you get 2 in the same stitch. So this, in this row we have 1 front post double crochet in between your increase stitches. So then we're gonna have our increase right here, our 2 front post, and so we're only going to have 1 double crochet on the end stitch, or I should say after your front post double crochet. And then in the next row we add 2 front post double crochets in between. So this is row 3. Okay, you see how it's starting to come along? We have a ridge on this side, now we have a ridge on this side. And so we're just going to keep on continuing on adding an extra stitch between our increases. Okay, so this row here, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet in the same stitch, and then we're going to have just 2, if I can get my stitch, front post double crochet in a row, 1, and then a front post double crochet in the next stitch, and then here's our second increase, so we're going to do 2 front post double crochets here, and then in the next 2 stitches we have a front post. There's 1, and then another one, 2, and now we increase again, so 2 in the same spot again. So does that make sense? So now we're putting 2 stitches between these. I gotta get all my yarn pieces. Okay, then we have another 1 in this stitch and the next one. And then we have our increase again. And every time it increases by 8 stitches because you're adding an extra stitch in between. So we got another 1. And 2, and then our increase, 1, 2, and then the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, and I gotta get a smidge a bit more yarn to finish here. We're almost done. Okay, and then we have our increase spot. 1, 2, and then the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then our increase, and then we have the next 2, oops, and then we have our increase, and you always can tell if you've missed any stitches, if you've counted right, if you've done the row right. So after my increase, this is my last increase right here, I should have 2, right? Last time we had 1, so now I have 2 stitches left, and I should have, because we had those 2 stitches in between each one. And the next row is going to be 3 stitches, and the next row is 4 stitches. So you see how every single row, now I got to get my double crochet on the top stitch here, every single row is going to increase by 8 stitches. So here we have our ridges started. We got our first ridge and our second ridge, and we got a ridge back here. So, and of course, it's kind of a bulky yarn to be doing this in. I don't know that I would do this in this yarn because it's very thick and very bulky. But it shows you, I hope that you can see the stitches with this. But when you have a nice light, like a fingering yarn like this is a fingering yarn. If you have like a number 1 or a number 2 or 3, I think a yarn this would work really pretty for it. But this just has a really fun squishy texture, and I called this the blue lace agate stole because we pick agates on the shores of Lake Superior. We go vacationing there. And it just reminded me, of an agate. So then I started looking at agate colors. And if you look at the website, I have a picture of a blue lace agate. It's like, gosh, the coloring looks it just reminds me of one. And it's actually found in Africa, that particular stone. So I called it the Blue Lace Agate. So I hope that you enjoy this pattern. This was a fun pattern to do, and it really is elegant. You can dress this up with a pin. You know, I think wear this for a fancy occasion, but I think, you know what, you could wear this over a t-shirt and dress up a pair of jeans too if you wanted. I think that this would be it's just a fun to do in a whole bunch of different colors, but it also reminds me of like the waves on the water. If you kind of like look across it, it reminds me of that. So anyways, enjoy the pattern. Thank you for watching. Remember, this is free on the website. You can purchase an Etsy pattern that is without ads. That link as well is on the website. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And thanks again for watching.